7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
गुड आफ्टरनून एवरीवन, दिस इज अंकित आदित्य शर्मा एंड मैं आप लोगों का आज वेलकम कर रहा हूं द ग्रिड के न्यू एडिशन में। द ग्रिड यानी एक वर्चुअल ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म जहां पर आप आकर ग्रुप डिस्कशन में पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं। अगर आप फाइनल ईयर के स्टूडेंट हैं ऑफ ग्रेजुएशन या पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन और आपको लगता है कि आपके कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स अच्छे हैं एंड इफ यू थिंक दैट you can participate and you can mark your presence in GD, तो ये फिर प्लेटफॉर्म आप ही के लिए बनाया हुआ है, क्योंकि यहाँ पर आप पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं और जीत सकते हैं अप टू 1 लाख रुपीज के प्राइजेस। एग्जैक्टली अप टू 1 लाख रुपीज के प्राइजेस। तो इसी कड़ी को आगे बढ़ाते हुए मैं आज आप सभी का स्वागत करता हूँ इनटू द ग्रिड, द ग्रेट इंडियन डिस्कशन विच इज प्रेजेंटेड बाय सेफ जॉब। सो आज हमारे साथ जो कैंडिडेट्स हैं, जो पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं, जो इस डिस्कशन के अंदर पार्टिसिपेट करने वाले हैं, they are Mr. Raktim Mitra, Miss Shashti Gupta, Mr. Harsh Sinha, and Mr. Mohammad Dilshad. Well, welcome guys. Welcome on this platform.
Thank you for inviting.
So, thank you so much. So, मैं वन बाय वन आप लोगों से कहूंगा कि एक छोटा सा क्विक इंट्रोडक्शन हम ले लेते हैं और उसके बाद हम स्टार्ट करते हैं हमारा ग्रुप डिस्कशन। स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम यू, रक्तिम।
Yeah, myself Raktim Mehta from West Bengal. Currently, I'm in the final year in Indian Maritime University studying.
Okay, that's great, Raktim. Welcome to the grid.
Thank you. The pleasure is all.
Yeah. Coming to next, Miss Shashti.
Sir, I'm Srishti Gupta from Patna and I'm pursuing PGDM from Sunstone University. That's all about me. Thank you.
Okay, that's great. Shashti, welcome here. Coming to you, Mr. Mohammed.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. I'm Mohammad Dilshad and belong to Sultanpur, which is located in Uttar Pradesh. Currently, I'm pursuing my MBA from Noida International University.
Okay, that's great. Welcome, Mohammed. And now the fourth one, Mr. Yu.
I am Harsh Sinha. I study in third year. I'm from Government College of Engineering and Textile Technology in West Bengal. It's a quite a long name.
Okay. Now it's okay. Well, हमें उससे ज़्यादा लंबा इस डिस्कशन को लेके जाना है अच्छे पॉइंट्स के साथ। Well, so welcome all of you. Welcome into the grade presented by Safe Job. So without wasting a single moment, let's step into the grade. Do we know the topic? Well, the topic is Mission to Mars. Can India afford spending a fortune on such projects? What do you think? Can India do? Starting from Raktim.
Yeah. Yes, I think Mars mission is good for India because by doing this, we are showing our potential to the world. We are letting them know that we have the skill set. Yeah, some people say that in India, India is just wasting the money by doing spaceship missions, and India is poor country, so they have to spend those money on poverty. But I think this mission is helping India in improving their economic conditions, and country will only become developer if their economic condition improves. As we all know that ISRO launches the 105th spaceship last year, and out of those only one spaceship was ours. So it means that other countries paid us to launch their spaceships because of our scientists. That's all for now.
Okay. Anyone else?
So India has proved that it can achieve the unexpected at a very low cost. Even the cost is less than 1/6 of the expected for US NASA, as we all know. And now India will become a role model for a space program. Even other countries once approach India for launching such new crafts.
Okay, so by just hearing the, ideas of these two, Shashti and Mr. Uh,
Raktim.
आप लोगों को जो या एग्जैक्टली रखते हैं आप लोगों ने जो बताया उसके अकॉर्डिंगली या वी कैन डू एंड वी शुड डू सो व्हाट यू थिंक मोहम्मद एंड
Yes, sir.
यस
So the amount of money spent on the project is quite acceptable, considering the tens and thousands of rupees wasted each time petty politician in India Parliament constantly and disturb the proceeding of the houses. The ratio of the money spent by the ISRO on the Mangalyaan in 2013 project is justif- just justifiable, and we all know that in 2000 we done this at first attempt at a low cost which is 73 million. In comparison with America, he done with a 743 million, which is pretty good for us to achieve this milestone.
ओके व्हाट डू यू थिंक मिस्टर शिन्ना
I totally agree with everyone's point, but I would like to add that we should spend much more than what we have spent earlier on this project, on this kind of project. Since if we can build such high statues of very great people, spending thousands of crores, we should spend some more thousands of crores advancing our space programs as well. Since the space is a new frontier which we have to conquer, and which we have to be on the top to, it's a kind of getting it's, as a developing nation, space is a new frontier, and we can actually achieve a lot there, since the amount of mind power or the skill set which Indians have is quite a lot as compared to other nations. We actually, if you have heard a concept of brain drain, in which other countries export our minds and our people so that they can use our expertise to enhance their programs. So why we can't use such expertise in our own country by spending a little more on these things? If we can make a film using 100 crores, why not spend another 500 crores on a mission?
Okay. You all guys are in favor. I think we can do, we will do, we should do something like that. Satyam?
Uh, you can hear me, yeah. As Dilshad said, I would like to. His point was actually contradictory also and also supporting. But I would like to add something. I don't know it will be contradiction or in addition. Uh, the main question over here is that can we afford the glory? Well, it also brings money. According to rough estimates, every rupee invested in space program gives a return of around rupees 3.6 crore. Do not look at the Mars mission. Look at our space programs, which this is just a part. India's space program has made us self-sufficient in launching satellites, saving a lot of dollars. I would like to bring in the report. 1999, Cyclone cost Odisha 10,000 lives and thousands of crores in the property. This time, our weather satellites have gave us an accurate data, and we could minimize the deaths. We need satellites for communication and broadcast. And if we buy the service, we would end up paying more and owing nothing. So can we afford the glory? Yes, we can.
Okay, something very clear is given by Raktim. Something very good points are taken out by Raktim. What do you think, Mohammed, Shasti, Harsh?
I
I'm
think
totally
he's
satisfied
absolutely
with
right.
the
Yeah, please
Yes,
conclude,
Shasti.
Shruti.
first. Yeah, I'm totally satisfied with the point of Raktim. If you look at the terms of percentage of GDP that India spends in space-related activities, then you will find it to very less. Also, the efficiency and productivity of these activities are very high if you will compare it other government spendings. And I think by launching satellite of other countries, ISRO generates revenue for our country. But how do you think ISRO in the first phase become capable of reaching that feat? It becomes we spend money in research and our scientists work very hard to get us there. I think so. And I think it's a very a great success for India. because
Okay.
it's done in a very low cost, which I think no one can do it
73
till
billion.
now.
I would like to add a point that we are mainly focusing on the money part of this, all these things, but the mission to Mars has given us a much more better platform on the international stage to launch our satellites, to showcase our skills, as well as to means in general means what to say in general appreciate what our scientists were doing before this also and will be doing in the future, and we can attract much more people towards this kind of space program, since in our schools and in our colleges we don't hear much about this kind of space programs or something like that. We heard that yes, you have to be engineer, go out to a computer science stream, go be a mechanical engineer, go be a doctor, something like that, but really people talk about this, go be a means aerospace aeroscience engineer, aerospace uh, part, all that. So we can see that this Mars mission not only has costed us a little bit less money than NASA, but also has given us the opportunity to expose ourselves to the other people and other worlds, and inspiring them to come forward and help us doing this kind of great things.
Good. A very good point highlighted by you, Harsh. Yes, Mohammed.
As we talk about that, NASA pay a much less more money than India in Mangalyaan. Indian Mars orbiter mission has a payload of 15 kilogram and five instruments are there. It has a modest cost compared to NASA Maven mission.
Okay.
Uh, I would like to add something regarding this. Like as we are as we are shifting from the financial situation to the science aspect of the space mission, India space program. Now, India space program has a very humble beginning during the 1960s. Indians launched the first satellite in 1975 with the assistance of USSR, which was unfortunate as well as lucky for us. India achieved the first status of space-faring nation in 1980. Now, that was a good thing, but after that, in 2014, it launched 75 satellites. Now, India's vision for the space program was articulated by Vikram Sarabhai in 1960s. After that, ISRO came into organization. Now, an exclusive department of DOS has been set up. Mr. Satish Dhawan, who is chairman of ISRO, who was chairman of ISRO during the 70 to 84 times, it was in our formative years. He said that India, if it does not take risk, it will not go ahead. It is such a nation that it needs to take risk.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Raktim. I would like to add that yes, risk-taking factor is a greater. It can do a greater good than little bad things and all that. But here you have to keep in mind that here we are spending hundreds and thousands of crores. Okay, so I would say that yes, we can take risks. We should take risks, but not in the uh, thousands and lakhs of crores. We should take risks, but can't we do this on a smaller scale, a little bit smaller, so that we spend a little bit less money for the risk, and after we have verified our concepts, then we can launch some greater means some bigger satellites and some people into we can send some people to the moons also.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I continue? As per Harsh said, I would like to contradict your decision a little bit. Now, unity in diversity. This is the method in madness. I would like to say ray in dark disarray. Now, India is a country of contradictions. Our Mars orbiter is well on its way to the red planet, but men down here are seeing red. Their question is simple, like how can country financially in red have space program? Yes, same trap, another issue. This is how we debate issues. Like, how can the government build dams when almost half of the India is still without toilets? Why are we buying guns for army when army of Hungary goes to bed on the empty stomach? How can you build toilets when education has not reached India's villages? Why is the government not focusing on the food and healthcare instead of building highways? There are lots and lots of topics like this. But if you don't like the problem being addressed, raise another one and we call it a priority. Well, millions do need food. As we know, there are serious moves to provide them with food. The Mars mission cost us 450 crore. The money swindled during Commonwealth Games could send 8 such probes to Mars. Okay, it's just 1/8 which we are spending right now on, like, which was spent on Mars mission. Now you cannot buy half an IPL team with 450 crores, and in case you manage, you will end up with a lot of dirt, if not egg on your face. Mangalan will bring glory. Sahara India spent this much money on buying half one F1 team. That's my point.
No, I definitely agree with you, Rocktim, that yes, we should take risks, and these kind of things are there. But you can see that everything is interrelated. Okay, so if we advance in one field, this help us support some other fields too. Such as if we advance in an IT sector, okay, it will help us to build a good, great IT infrastructure in our country and provide us very good services to the every part of the country. Do you agree with me? So
Mm,
as
yeah,
we
yeah.
as we proceed for this, means as we are preparing to launch more and more number of satellites and more rockets, okay, so why can't we just spend a little bit less? Means we are spending considerably less than other countries do, but why we can't spend a little bit less using SpaceX and all that? Yes, I know that yes, India has sent Mars missions in the first try itself. I am very much aware of the capabilities of our nation, but why not spend a little bit less using SpaceX and all that things? Because SpaceX is providing this kind of facilities on a very much lesser amount. Not for the Mars mission I'm talking about. I'm talking in general about any satellites and all that.
Okay, what do you think, Mohammed? Well, we have two different lights. Well, one is prioritizing the financial part, and someone is saying about the glory of our country. What do you think, Mohammed?
Sir, I'm not satisfied with the harsh point because if
Okay.
we are already if we are already in a financial crisis, how can we arrange do some satellites and in a space? There is a lot more problem in India rather than a satellite, as like Raktim suggests us the poverty problem, and the government is building us like statues and many of things, but they are not doing something which is good for us.
I would like to say that yes, you can say everything. Glory is a one part of this thing, and financial is one part of this thing. But a SpaceX rocket, which can be reused, cost 50 million for one launch. Okay, and we can send many satellites in that 400 crore rupees. In one SpaceX launch, you can send almost 5 to 6 satellites, or you can send many small satellites that we have seen for the Starlink and all that things. Okay, so I'm not talking about the glory part. Yes, these kind of things bring glory to every country in which this kind of achievements have been made. But why we can't spend a little bit less? Okay, I'm not talking about the Mars mission. Yes, we have spent as I've said, we have spent considerably less than other countries for the Mars mission. We have succeeded in the first try itself. But yeah, for the other satellites, why we can't use just SpaceX
See, I'd
or
like to
any?
say,
Yes,
SpaceX is an development. It's an organization by Elon Musk. We're not going in that topic, but yeah, SpaceX is a company which is based in USS. Now, if SpaceX does something, NASA comes handy for it. In India, we have ISRO. Other than that, if we can go, there is another space research organization which is also government organized. Now, SpaceX, if we do this, the Mars mission or any other space research organization, programs which are being done by India or ISRO, it comes in the name of ISRO. But if it is like if we do a collaboration with SpaceX or something like that, it will go in the name of USS, or there will be a part that they will be there while the main work, the the brains, the what to say, the work power, the manpower, everything is given by Indians. Not only Indians, the Indian scientists specifically, those who are exactly qualified for it. So I would like to say that if it stays inside India, not that the functionality stays inside India, but yeah, if it says that yeah, India has done something for the world, that is good. I would like to hear that rather than saying that India has done something good with collaboration of another country. It is also good that will increase our foreign exchange. But
No, you're
what to
absolutely right. But why we can't use the money saved by this kind of rocket means launches to build on a SpaceX in our own country itself? Why we can't build a means reusable rockets using the money saved by this kind of launches, which we will do with the help of SpaceX?
actually, we can do that, but it's up to the decision of the organizing committees of the ISRO and our government organizations. I can't comment on that, what they are thinking about that, and how they are using the money that are saved by this kind of space programs.
But are you in the favor of the same? Do you
Yeah,
think what they are doing is good?
I do think
Okay,
what they're
what,
doing
what
it's good, but
they are
I
doing good?
yes I do support that there should be something like SpaceX in India as well. But I think as far of India, like the position of India in space research programs as considered, India needs to go a far more way. Like not only technical, no, I'm not saying technically, but yeah, financially. There are other problems which we need to prioritize before launching a program which is like SpaceX or something like NASA is doing.
You're saying that the funds are here a constraint, but why we can't just use the funds which we already have for other missions and use half of them for sending the missions with the help of someone else like SpaceX, and use the half of that money so that we can develop such kind of reusable rockets on our own, and we can in the future we can send as many missions as we want for the lesser cost. And we can all, I'm not saying about the Mars mission, yes, India have has done it on itself with full capabilities, and I agree with that, and I'm not contradicting anything about that.
Yeah, the thing that you're saying that reduce the budget from other space programs, yeah, that will be totally correct. But the thing is, if we are reducing budget, like if for example, if there is today is 17th June, tomorrow is 18th June, there is a space launch program going to be happen. For example, we are taking that there is a rocket that Israel is going to launch. They have been planning this for more than, I would say, 5 years. They have been planning, working not only the manpower. There have been plannings. There have been a lot of calculations. There have been a lot of research. Now, if we suddenly reduce the budget, they would have to redo all the calculations, all the theories, and all the what to say, all the workings that they have done. So, reducing budget randomly from any space program, I don't think that it's good for that project. I would like to say that if something is allotted, that program should go on full fledged. Other things should also be taken.
Not, no, I'm not talking about the immediate factors. I'm talking about in the future. Okay, like for 1 or 2 years from now, we can definitely change our plans to means launch our own space rockets. No, we should launch our own space rockets, but a little bit less, I would say. For some smaller missions, I would say we can use some other countries' help, like US and SpaceX companies, less SpaceX. And for bigger projects, like we have done, like Mars mission, along with those 104 satellites which we have launched in the first try. So I would say that we should look into the future, like 1 or 2 years from now, and we should try to use somebody else's help and save a little bit of money, and use that money for the greater good and develop our own reusable rockets and such things like that.
I think we should definitely take a risk, but I don't think this risk can't be, so big. Because yeah, definitely we spend lots of money in launching, but there are so many other things which we have to do in government. I think like agriculture and so many sectors where government need to spend more. If we are spending so more monies in even only ISRO or launching some kind of thing, that I think it's not good.
Now, I would like to say regarding the financial condition, India is not at all wasting money. Like it's making a massive investment. It's not wasting money. I would like to see these kind of missions as investment for India. This investment has paid off, as Indian Space Research Organization have done before. By ISRO had many countries hiring its facilities to launch their own satellite. the money earned from this massive contributor from the national is a form of national income for our country. Space explorations simply reveals India's supremacy in the field, and thereby draws even more foreign customers. Hence, there is no way the expenditure on space missions can be regarded as wasting money or maybe reducing the budget. Is I don't think it's also a solution.
No, I totally
I'm
agree with
totally
you, Rupti.
satisfied with the point of Raktim. India's got success a Mars mission in the first attempt, and this is a very big success of Indians or India also. And I think it's totally not a waste of money; it's an investment of India.
Okay, so
Exactly.
Yeah, it
let's
is.
come to the conclusion then. How are we going to conclude this? किस तरह से हम इसको एक conclusion निकालने वाले हैं? Well, Raktim,
Uh, I will from the beginning I'm saying I am always in the support of Mars mission. Financially, technically, they have done a great job. Now, what we cannot afford is to make our space and scientific programs wait till all the citizens have access to free food or maybe free school or maybe toilet. That is a thing. The orbiter have done, like, the orbiter was a success. It has reached its destination. There is always in science, from the childhood we have been taught in science, there is only two things: failure and success. There is always a failure, but I would like to say there is success, there is no success without failure. So I would like to conclude my decision as India has done a great job, and it should do this kind of things regularly, and they should plan this kind of investment for future. And thus I rest my case.
okay, that's great. Well, we are very much clear with the thoughts of Raktim. Now coming to Harsh,
I
how are you
totally
going
agree
to
with.
conclude it?
Yes, thank you. I would totally like to agree with Ruptin that yes, this kind of thing should happen, but I would like to ask that can't we just bifurcate the funds or the investment which are coming in our country, and use them for a greater good, like developing the usable rockets and using the less amount of funds for launching rockets and using SpaceX for all these kind of things, and we can use the amount of money saved build our own usable space rockets for the future.
Okay, so this is the lookout of Harsh. Now coming to you, Shashti, what do you think?
Yes, basically this is a tremendous achievement for India because other countries like China and Japan not able to accomplish this feat. So I think it's a great job for India. I'm totally satisfied with the point of Raktim and hers both.
Okay, that's great. Well, you are satisfied with points of those Raktim given by the Raktim and Harsh.
Some points are sound good for Raktim and some points are sound good for hers.
Okay, that's good. Coming to you, Mohammed, what do you think?
Yes, sir. Sir,
क्या लगता है
sir,
आपको
I'm
फाइनेंशियल या ग्लोरी or you have
sir,
something
both are
diplomatic like
important.
Shakti?
Yes, sir. We are, for us, we both are important. Glory and the money, because without with in इंडिया एक ऐसा देश है जहाँ पर हम अपने आप को हमेशा अच्छा बनाना चाहते हैं कि वर्ल्ड मोस्ट पावरफुल एंड अ डेवलप कंट्री. सो इसके लिए हमको ग्लोरी भी चाहिए और एक ऐसा अच्छा डेवलप भी करना है, सो जिससे हम और अच्छे बन सकें.
Okay, so that's great. Well, we had a great discussion here, and we all are concluded with our points. This is what you think, guys. These are the points which are completely belong to you. तो हो सकता है इसको अगर हम जिस तरह से अभी हम एक ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म पे बात कर रहे हैं, कई लोग हो सकता है जो उससे रिलेट करें, कुछ लोग हो सकता है जो आपसे कंप्लीटली रिलेट ना करें. सो इट्स ओके. इट्स आपने जो अभी अपने पॉइंट्स बताए दैट वाज गुड. नाउ कमिंग टू आवर व्यूअर्स, अब आपका काम यहाँ पे शुरू होता है. अभी आपने जो जीडी यहाँ पे जो देखा, ग्रुप डिस्कशन जो आपने यहाँ पे देखा, हमारे पास 4 अलग अलग पार्टिसिपेंट्स थे, चारों के पास अलग अलग पॉइंट्स थे. किसी के लिए ग्लोरी था, किसी के लिए फाइनेंशियल था. वेल, ये उनके थॉट्स थे जो उन्होंने अभी आपको बताए. इफ यू थिंक कि हाँ आप इनके पॉइंट्स के साथ ज्यादा रिलेट कर सकते हैं, अगर आप हर्ष के पॉइंट्स के साथ ज्यादा रिलेट कर रहे हैं या रक्तिम के पॉइंट्स आपको ज्यादा क्लियर लगते हैं या ज्यादा फैक्ट्स एंड फिगर्स लगते हैं, तो यहाँ पर काम आपका शुरू होता है. हमारे चारों पार्टिसिपेंट्स में से जिसके भी पॉइंट्स आपको ज्यादा कनेक्टेड लगते हैं हमारे इस टॉपिक के साथ, और ज़्यादा प्रैक्टिकल आपको लगते हैं, ज़्यादा अच्छे आपको लगे, आई रिक्वेस्ट यू कि आप उसका नाम हमें कमेंट में बताएं ताकि हमारे लिए थोड़ा इजी हो जाए अपने विनर्स को चुनना। सो ये टास्क है हमारे व्यूअर्स के लिए। सो वी आर गोइंग टू रैप अप टुडे। थैंक यू सो मच। आई एम गोइंग टू थैंक टू ऑल माय लवली पार्टिसिपेंट्स। आपने जो हमें टाइम दिया, जॉब यहाँ पे आपने जो ज्वाइन किया, द ग्रेट इंडियन डिस्कशन विच प्रेजेंटेड बाय सेफ जॉब। थैंक यू सो मच। थैंक यू।
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
SafeJob is an AI-powered job preparedness platform. It is the latest EdTech platform released by SafeEducate.
BFSI sector in India will need an additional 1.6 million skilled workforce by 2022.
The report says that people with the right skill set are very likely to get jobs as the service desk analyst and technicians.
The roles of logistics are to provide the right product in right quantity, at the right place, at right time, in right cost to the customer.
E-commerce sites have become more popular these days, due to which demand of data entry services has increased.
Customer service executive plays a critical role in providing an interface between the customers and the client's company. There are various career options available in this industry.
It is a platform for students, by students.
This is your dost Smart Sid.
I am Paras Narula.
My name is Banang.
You are watching Safe Job, and I am your host, Grace.
Be a part of the SafeJob family, because as we say, job hai to rob hai.